Hello there, my dear sinners. Welcome back to another Cobral Confessions, and I confess I'm doing this the day before you're watching this, because I'm very organised. Now, this may be a quicker one, we'll see how it goes. But, to start with, I wanted to talk about a bit of a problem I've had recently. And this isn't going to be too negative, it's mostly a question to you, really. For those of you who run your own TTRPGs, what do you do when you get stuck? I must confess, I am a bit stuck on a few of the particulars of things I want to do, ways I want things to go, and just, in general, the direction overall. I have a general idea down, but I don't know if it's just I'm kind of deep in and we've had a bit of a break and it feels like, oh god, how do I continue from here? Or if it's just, it's been a long campaign, and as such, I don't know where to go from here. I don't know. It's been a hard one for me, because I've been trying to keep it on task as far as the general vibe and how things are, but I don't really know how I want to progress things going forward. I don't know if it would be better if I say, I don't know, leaned a little bit more into the intrigue side. I mean, obviously, we're at the point now where intrigue is kind of out the window a little bit. So, it's not exactly, let's just say, prudent. But at the same time, a few of them are more talky characters, so giving them that opportunity would help. I mean, they've been in a bit of a rough combat just, so probably want to relax a bit. I suppose I'm realising I'm coming close to the end of my campaign, and at this point, I'm not 100% sure how I tee it off. We're coming close now. I know one thing I do want to do, and this is something I thought about a while ago, is the idea of just going, fuck it, I am going to just go ham and not give XP during the epilogue, which won't be many sessions anyway. But, I'll allow one respec at the epilogue and then boom. They're in. The last few sessions, where I just stop pulling punches because I expect death. Not that I've been pulling punches much recently, but that's besides the point. Neither have they, to be fair, so. We have one character who's nigh invincible. We have another character who... Well, the other three aren't that invincible, but generally hit pretty hard. One of them hitting harder due to his demon sword and possession. So, we've got some strong cookies, but we've also got some people who, if a sufficient draft hits them, will be blown over. Also, when it comes to the fear and willpower side of things, are highly weak to it. Holy. There's a lot of nastiness I can perform with willpower breaking. So, that's definitely one thing to consider. But, I suppose as well, I want this to start being where the real big bad reveals itself more, and starts becoming more of a factor, because it will be the final fight. The end of story. It will be the final fight. Come what may. But either way, I guess, what would you do? How would you look to end things off? It's been a long campaign. They've realised they're in a bit of a time loop. Spoilers if you haven't been keeping up. And now they need to go slay the beast. That's causing all this time fuckery. Because yes, they are with the Inquisition, particularly the bit that works with time. This is for Warhammer 40k, by the way. Dark Heresy, the system. 2e. It matters, trust me. 1e and 2e are different beasts entirely. So, yeah. With that being said, though, I guess I'm also thinking of what comes next. And do I stream it? Probably not, in the case of what comes directly next, but after that, I've gotten used to streaming these kind of things, and it's a different way of doing it. Streaming versus non-live play, if that makes sense. Like, if you're running something with just your friends, privately, you can have more quiet moments most of the time. You can have less cinematic moments. You can have a slow session. That is fine to do. Whereas for the live stream ones, you've got to have something happen. You've got to feel like... because you've got to entertain and make a fun game. That isn't always easy. I'm sure I've failed in some regards here and there, everywhere. Try my best, but it is what it is. That being said, though, I think I've managed it just about. I hope I have, anyway. You can tell me, I suppose. But I guess for any of my fellow DMs, what have you done as your campaign's come to its eclipse? What have you done when the final hour comes? You know, how have you handled your big bads? This big bad is definitely a unconventional threat. More a battle of wills, if anything, over strength, because strength he trounces a lot of them, frankly. They basically know what it is at this point, so you know, how would you handle the end of your campaign? You know, just give me a few ideas, give me some suggestions that you've done, because I'd be quite interested to hear them, because not everyone gets to the end of a campaign, so I, for one, would quite like to hear how yours ended. Was it a triumphant victory, or did the players fall? You know? Because that is one thing I have to accept, that there is a very real chance they all die. I want them to win. I do want them to win. I do. But I also accept a very, very real chance they all go bye-bye. So, that's, you know, what I'm considering right now. But, as I say, let me know what you think, and what things have you done to sort of make your last fights interesting? Maybe you've heard of someone do something interesting. Throw stuff there, I'm curious. And I suppose we'll have to see how it goes. I've got a while yet until the final battle, but still, it's close enough. To the point where I'm thinking about it now. Because we're coming up to it, you know? We may well see the end of this campaign before the year is out. Bear in mind it's a 2-weekly thing, twice a month. And we haven't done this month at all. Nor will we. It'll be next month. So, yeah. With that being said, though, thank you very much for listening to my shorter episode today. I thought I'd give you a shorter one of these, considering the lore video is like long and girthy. I thought I'd spare you a long gap. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the fun stuff, please. All those fun things, if you don't mind. And perhaps you would care to join us while we're live, over on Twitch and YouTube. Of course, all my socials down below, and the Discord is the best place to find me when I'm live. That being said, I've been Baron Cobral, your Cyber Angel VTuber, and I will see you next time. Until then, ta for now.